So we're looking at inclined plane example number 2. Scott and Becca are moving a folded table out of the sunlight. A cup of lemonade with a mass of 0.44 kilograms is on the table. Scott lifts his end of the table before Becca does, and as a result, the table makes an angle of 15 degrees with the horizontal. Find the frictional force holding the glass in place. So let's get started doing our drawing. So we know again that we have an inclined plane, and I guess I should say that I just tend to draw my inclined planes opening up to the right. You could draw them the other way. There's nothing that says you have to draw them this way. It's just what I do habitually. Okay, so here's our glass. We know our angle is 15 degrees and it has a weight. We weren't given the weight in this question, so we're going to have to calculate it. We were given the mass, so we take 0.44 kilograms and we multiply it by 9.81 meters per second squared. And that gives us a weight of 4.3164 newtons. So we've got our weight. We know that there is a component of this force of gravity that's going to pull down the plane. And we call that the parallel component of the force of gravity. Recognize that if that glass is staying in place, there has to be an equal and opposite force pulling up the plane, and that is the force of friction. So by calculating the parallel force acting down the plane, I can know what the force is acting up the plane. Okay, so we draw in our right triangle along here and here. Here we would have our perpendicular component, and our angle here is 15 degrees, and this component is our parallel component of the force of gravity, which we know is acting on the glass along the side of, or the top of along the plane. We calculate that magnitude by taking the hypotenuse, which is the weight, and we know our 15 degrees and the parallel side are opposite to each other, and that takes us to the sine of the angle. So we take our weight, which is 4.3164 newtons, we multiply it by the sine of 15 degrees. We calculate that and we come up with a weight or a force of 1.1 newtons. So the frictional force holding the glass in place is 1.1 newtons acting up the incline. Remember, it's always important to attach a direction to your video.